do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, where they were talking about the fight, and AJ Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him.
Question looming over everything is, who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk?
I'm Usyk at cruiserweight or Prime Holyfield at cruiserweight.
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill. Now it's more about conditioning.
You think so?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan says Oleksandr Usyk might be the greatest heavyweight ever. He's amazed by Usyk's footwork and technique and how he constantly frustrates and wears down his opponents. Rogan points out that Usyk doesn't just beat regular fighters. He dominates the best heavyweights in the world and does it more than once.
The last Dubois fight.
Yeah. Was it crazy? I saw something the other day. It was like Usyk swimming 5 hours. I was like, oh my God.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fucking good. He's so good. I mean, think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time. I really do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, where they were talking about the fight, and AJ Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him. And AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been. Because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like constant,
yeah.
there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no rounds off.
Yeah.
Everything is, he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
So there's something, something.
Obviously, gravity keeps him from moving the way Lomachenko does, because Lomachenko's so small.
Yeah.
He can dance around you.
For sure.
In footwork, just majestic footwork. But Usyk's footwork is there's a bunch of breakdowns of the final combination that he hit Daniel with.
Mm-hmm.
And, he steps off to the side and lands that fucking left hook from hell. God, it was good. You could see Daniel was already tired. You could see it. It's it's just dealing
There's
with
got to be
movement.
something Lomachenko's dad, some type of philosophy or something. You know what I mean? That these guys just kind of tap into, because to be a big guy, there's footwork and all that stuff. But I think, man, shout out to the coach, to the dad.
It's skill, man. It's a skillful type of boxing.
Boxing experts now agree that Usyk deserves a spot with the heavyweight legends. For years, names like Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes, and Evander Holyfield led the conversation. But Usyk's performances have forced everyone to include him. His move from cruiserweight to heavyweight wasn't just smooth, it was historic. He didn't just survive in a division full of giants. He outclassed them. His skills, intelligence, and ability to consistently beat top opponents have made him a complete fighter. He's not just winning, he's changing the game.
Let's quickly have that conversation then about the best heavyweights of all time. Where? Because I know in your head you've done it already. I mean, you've done about 20,000 videos since the fight. One of those videos must be saying where he's ranked as an all-time top 10 heavyweight.
Oh, I think he has to be in the top 5, if not top 3. But he has to be. He has to be. And
go on then, name him.
So, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
And I would actually probably say Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah.
Just ahead of Larry Holmes.
Okay.
Just ahead of Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
I know, look, those two, Lewis and Ali, their resume speaks for itself. The world title fights, they speak for themselves.
I've sat with him and he has an aura.
You can tell that, even looking at my videos, there's
he
something
walks
different.
in, dude, and you're like, okay, his eyes, they're this very piercing, and you think, you feel like you are in the presence of something very, very special.
Usyk has already taken on almost every big name in the heavyweight division. In many cases, he's beaten them twice. Even though today's heavyweight scene isn't as deep as it used to be, Usyk has always shown the same sharpness and focus. That's why fans are running out of fresh names. They want to see him fight. Maybe Joseph Parker is next, but even that doesn't feel like a major challenge. Usyk's legacy is already set. He's become undisputed in multiple weight classes and has done it with discipline and dominance.
Quick feet, he's got some power, and he's got Andy Lee. Those things make that fight pretty intriguing.
I agree. And if he faces him, I think he again will be the heavy favorite. And let's assume he beats him. Do you retire? Do you take another lap around the same block?
Like you said, it's a young 38. And again, I know this is a money game, but the other young heavyweight that I like that's been on a very good run, and we've been impressed with them, Agit Kabayel. And now that's another relatively small heavyweight that's quick-fisted, and he knows how to operate inside. Again, he's already beaten Fury twice. He's fought Joshua twice. When we talk about trilogies, generally it's about 1-1,
right?
Not 2-0.
Exactly.
Although we just had one with Serrano and Taylor, but again, they have limited opposition. But there you have it. Oleksandr Usyk once again becomes undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And rounding out Boxing Palooza 2025 from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
There's talk about Joseph Parker being Usyk's next opponent, but most people think it's just another routine fight. Boxing analyst Aid Oladipo even said he'd prefer a rematch with Derek Chisora, not because Chisora would win, but because of the action and excitement he brings. Chisora knows how to sell a fight and make it fun to watch, but in terms of skill and accomplishments, Usyk is way ahead of both Parker and Chisora. Any upcoming fight will likely just prove once again why Usyk is in a class of his own.
Then, well, here it is. Here's your world title shot. You're going to fight for a world title, right? But if you're Joseph Parker, and I spoke to Andy Lee, it isn't just a case of fighting for a world title. You want to fight the number one for the world title, and that guy is Oleksandr Usyk. So, yeah, there must be loads of conversations going on right now. Loads of conversations. I did say this the other day, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, you know, when I was in the ring and I was interviewing Oleksandr Usyk, I was desperate because of my love for Joseph Parker. I was desperate for Joseph Parker to get... I know he got in the ring after, but I'm talking about on the zone. So whilst everyone is still in the stadium and everyone's still tuned in, I was desperate for him to kind of just jump in the ring. I was desperate for him to do it. Chisora was trying to do it. Chisora knows how to play the game. And as much as people are like, what's Chisora doing? Chisora won't get the fight, but that's kind of what you got to do. And I know people are like, well, 1 second, it's not like that. It's rankings. Well, no, it's not though, is it? Because, again, Oleksandr Usyk can vacate the belt. He can say no. You have to kind of do what Daniel Dubois did last time. Daniel Dubois, rightly or wrongly, got in the ring, pissed Usyk off. Usyk's like, okay, we'll fight then. Fuck it. If this is what you're doing, dude, we'll fight. And I felt like there was a time where I wanted Joseph Parker to almost nudge me. And I'm telling you now, you know, we're kind of told not to give the mic. I don't know if you see, I always hold on to the mic. I would have given Joseph Parker the mic. And I would like Joseph Parker because there's a mean side to Joseph Parker. I think everyone sees the friendly side. I've seen the mean side. And I wanted Joseph Parker to say, I want my shot. You've been ducking me. All these things might not be true, but do it. Sell it. The crowd would have gone a bit wild, right? Because I think a lot of the crowd want Joseph Parker to get his shot. That's not what happened. And all of a sudden, you're seeing Jake Paul in the ring doing a face-off. You're seeing all these, and I'm like, where's Joseph Parker? Where are you, Joseph?
Fabio Wardley had some real advice for anyone thinking of fighting Usyk. He said regular boxing tactics won't work. Usyk's defense and movement are too advanced for basic jabs and combos. Wardley believes fighters have to be creative, unpredictable, and throw different combinations like right hooks, left crosses, and feints to throw Usyk off. But doing that in the ring is easier said than done. Once the fight starts, Usyk makes it feel like you're chasing air while he controls everything.
And then you found something. How difficult is it when your tactics aren't working and they weren't working for Daniel? And look, I'm not comparing Oleksandr Usyk to Justice Hooney, but you had to find something and you found it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that there is a level of belief of I will find it. I can find the way. I will find the way, and maybe some kind of and stubbornness, especially from my part, probably of like I'm not rolling over. I will find the way. Like I will manage my way out of this situation. I will extend the alphabet past the letter Z until I find the right plan that works here, the right situation, the right combination, the right punch. I will exhaust all options, me personally. And it is a...
No, don't do this to us.
Stuff, and you're just going, your brain's going, this isn't working. Like, I don't know what you're on about. Like, it's not happening. It's not working. And then you have to get up and you have to G yourself up and get yourself going again. And
Joe Rogan often talks about how amazing Usyk is, especially when you consider his size. He started off much smaller than the men he now dominates. Even after moving up in weight, Usyk hasn't just kept up, he's taken over. Rogan praises the way Usyk handles huge heavyweights with skill and patience. While others rely on brute strength, Usyk breaks them down mentally and physically. That contrast between his size and his dominance is what makes him so impressive.
Usyk.
Yes.
I think he's incredible.
Incredible.
I mean, I've watched every one of his fights. That dude is on such a different level.
And he's smaller than everybody.
He's fighting giants.
He's fighting giants.
When you're fighting a guy who's 60 pounds heavier with 10-ounce, 12-ounce gloves, it makes such a world of difference. Trying to hurt
Especially
somebody.
when the guy is fucking Anthony Joshua, you know?
But please understand, Usyk fought at, I think, 75 when he started out. He's not a big frame guy.
He's like 225, 230 as a heavyweight.
220, not
yeah,
even 230.
not big. Not big,
And that's
man.
a lot of...
By the way, that was
weight on.
Tyson's weight when he was in his prime, too. There's something to be said for that, because a 220-pound man like Mike Tyson can knock out any human being that's ever lived.
Yeah, your jaw
The amount of
can't take
power he can generate is insane.
Shannon Briggs shared a surprising opinion. He thinks a prime Usyk would beat a prime Evander Holyfield. Briggs said Usyk has moved beyond being just a technical fighter. Now it's his conditioning that makes the difference. He used to win with footwork and angles, but now he beats opponents by keeping pressure on them from start to finish. Even against elite fighters, Usyk just keeps coming. That endurance, Briggs says, is what puts him above the rest.
Prime Usyk at cruiserweight or prime Holyfield at cruiserweight?
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill. Now it's more about conditioning.
You think so?
Yes, I know so. Because you can be skillful for 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds, but if that guy got that pressure on you and you can't stop it, it's like, it's just running your machine too fast. Your machine, you're going to lose, like you're going to go down, and they still going up. Like Usyk. He's still going up. 12th round, he's strong as in the first round. He throwing punches like he's the first round. No one else has done that, been able to do that in the history of boxing.
How would you have fought Usyk?
I would have tried to knock him out. You know, but you see, again, me and my best, from my escape plan is, I'm boxing him cool and relaxed. And I'm countering the heck out of him. And I'm also boxing.
Roy Jones Jr. admitted he didn't expect Usyk to be this dominant. Talking about Daniel Dubois, Jones said Dubois' style was too simple to challenge Usyk. He agreed that big heavyweights might be able to beat him, but only if they bring the perfect strategy. Without a smart, flexible game plan and great conditioning, there's no chance. Usyk is great at spotting patterns and using them to his advantage. Unless someone shows up with something truly special, they won't get past him.
Oleksandr Usyk, what did you make of his display against Daniel Dubois last Saturday? It was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, but it was nothing less than I expected, because if you make a guy quit with a jab, Spencer, you know this, if you make a guy quit with a jab, how is that guy ever going to beat you? You understand me? I mean, that's just what the real facts are. Not that the kid had got a little bit better. He got a little more confidence because he had a win over Joshua, which was good, but confidence is just not enough to beat a guy like Usyk. You got to have some technique. You got to have some grit. You can't lose him with a jab and think you're going to beat him. That's not going to work.
Well, you was a smaller guy that went up and won the world heavyweight title, one of the only ones to do that from middleweight up to heavyweight. You know, how does someone beat Oleksandr Usyk? Is it the smaller guy? Is it the guy that's coming up in the weight divisions, you know, as opposed to the bigger heavyweights?
No, the bigger guys could beat him, just got to have the right fight plan. None of these guys fight him with the right fight plan. And I'm not going to tell them the right fight plan because that's not my job to do. But you got to have the right fight plan to fight Usyk. If you don't have the right fight plan, he's going to destroy you.
Even Gordon Ramsay, a huge sports fan, added his thoughts. He asked what many people are thinking now. Who can actually stop Usyk? He's already gone through the best in the division, like Joshua and Dubois, sometimes more than once. And in rematches, he looks even better. Ramsay's comment shows how people see Usyk now. Opponents aren't expected to win. They're just expected to last as long as they can. That's how far ahead Usyk is right now.
At Wembley Stadium, Gordon Ramsay, what a stunning win for Oleksandr Usyk tonight against our very own Daniel Dubois.
Extraordinary. I mean, there's no stopping this man. 38 years of age, and he's got the cardio of a 21-year-old. Extraordinary. Super strong on the jab, super defensive, but just even the dummies, that's what threw Daniel off. And 2 cracking shots there in the 5th. So, yeah, listen, great night for boxing. But the big question looming over everything is, who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk?
His last 6 fights have had 2 wins against Dubois, 2 wins against Fury, and 2 against Joshua. It's phenomenal. You're right. Who is going to stop him? Could Tyson Fury come out of alleged retirement to beat him in a trilogy? Who knows?
Listen, that would be extraordinary if Tyson did that. But you got to change your game. You got to up it. This guy is just extraordinary. We haven't witnessed this in decades. So, you know, we're talking cruiserweight, you know, and he's dominating heavyweight. What does that say? So, Thank God he's not in the cruiserweight division anymore.
Tony Bellew, who fought Usyk, gave a very honest take. He said for the first 6 rounds, he felt like he was doing well, but by round 7, he hit a wall. Not because of a knockout punch, but from the non-stop pressure. Usyk didn't land anything huge. He just kept moving and throwing until Bellew was drained. That's what makes Usyk dangerous. He doesn't look for quick finishes. He wears opponents out. Joe Rogan mentioned Anthony Joshua's post-fight reaction. Joshua said it was the most exhausting fight of his life. Not because of power, but because Usyk never stops moving. There are no breaks or time to breathe. That kind of pace destroys a fighter's legs, lungs, and focus. By the time they realize what's happening, it's already too late.
Yeah, one of the things that was interesting, they were talking about the fight, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been. Because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like
time
constant,
yeah.
there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
you're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no rounds off.
Yeah.
Everything is, he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah. He's so good. I mean, think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time.
Usyk once shared something important about his mindset. He said motivation comes and goes. Some days you have it, some days you don't. But discipline is what really matters. He treats training as a daily duty, not something based on feelings. That steady work is what helped him rise to the top and stay there, while others wait for the right mood. Usyk trains no matter what. He believes success isn't just about talent. It's about showing up and doing the work. And that's exactly what he does every time he fights.
Listen, bro. I don't have motivation. I have discipline. Motivation, it's temporary. Today you have motivation. Tomorrow, wake up early, you don't have motivation. But when I wake up early morning in training, I never have motivation. I have only discipline, because when I wake up, my team too wake up and we go to training. But I don't have motivation. I today not go to training. No, bro, I don't know. Motivation is good, but discipline is be better.